The following is a presentation of TFNN.
Sylvester Stallone knew his whole life what he wanted to do. For him, it was a chance to inspire others. Life wasn't easy. At birth, he was pulled out by forceps. It's why he looks and speaks the way he does. 1,500 agents said, "No, you're not an actor." His first 3 scenes led to nothing, but he never gave up. Sly sold his first script, Paradise Alley, for $100. That money didn't last long. The last thing he had left was his dog. He got $25. That was rock bottom. He cried, and soon after, watched a fight between Muhammad Ali and Chuck Wepner. Wepner went 15 rounds but was pounded to a pulp. It inspired Sly, and he wrote for 20 hours straight the entire Rocky movie. Tried to sell it, but nobody wanted it. Too predictable, too sappy. Sly saved those comments and read them to himself the night he won the Oscar. Sly never gave up. One day, 2 guys offered to buy the script for $125,000. Sly said with one condition, "I'm Rocky." "No way. We need a star like Ryan O'Neal to play Rocky." Can you imagine? The same guys called him back and offered him $250,000 not to star in his own movie. Sly said no. They countered with $325,000. Sly said no. They compromised. $35,000, points in the movie, and Sly would play Rocky. Rocky has grossed over $225 million and the entire franchise over $1 billion. What's your Rocky moment, folks? What's your vision? Your unstoppable success? You were born to be a money master. The time is now to take massive action.
Let's go over to Don in Odessa, Florida. Don, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding.
Hey, Steve. Thank you.
You bet. How you doing today?
I'm doing okay. I'm a subscriber to your service, and I would just want to let you know that I sure do appreciate what you've done for me.
Wow.
Couple months ago.
Thank you very, very much.
The Trader's Edge with your host, Steve Rhodes.
Good morning, all you wonderful money masters and treasure hunters. Welcome to the February 5th, terrific Tuesday edition of today's Opening Bell on the Trader's Edge. I'm your host, Steve Rhodes, and thanks so much for joining me, folks. I absolutely treasure your presence here today, and my outcome, as always, is to help you to become a better money master and to provide you with the tools that each of us need in order to lead an inspired life. So let's go take a look at one of our tools. This tool is called Accelerate Your Learning Curve. Now, from birth up until about the time we're 18, our learning curve is tremendous. It's dramatic. Our capacity to learn, folks, is just simply staggering. You know, we learn a tremendous amount very, very fast, and then things just sort of trail off. I suppose if there's no exams to take, why read any more books? Well, imagine what would happen if we kept up that accelerated learning curve the rest of our life. Can you imagine what it is that you could learn, what we could learn, the skills that we could develop, the capacities that we could have? Here's what I'm asking you to do. I want you to be able to feed your mind just as you do your body with good ideas wherever they can be found. And here at TFNN, they can be found all over the place. It can be found in the Tiger's Den. If you haven't tried out the Tiger's Den, and do that. 30 days, no cost to you. You can go in there. A great group of human beings, always great, fresh ideas there. That's one place to learn. Pick up some books and read books. Books are great for you. Another great idea, I consider this to be a great idea, is this special report that I just put on the website at the TFNN homepage last night. This special report I put together, it's entitled Reading the Message of the Markets. Would you like to be able to read the message of the markets, whatever it is that you're trading out there? Well, you can. I would like to be able to teach you how to do that. Let me help you feed your mind. This is a free report available now on the homepage at TFNN.com, and it will answer those questions. Should I be in or should I be out? Should I be a buyer or should I be a seller? Should I take insurance on my long positions? It'll answer those questions. And folks, this special report, if you've, and I know there's thousands of you that have gotten some of the special reports that I've done in the past, and I would like to see thousands also go ahead and get this report, because this is a unique, this is a new and improved version of Stevie Son out there. And what you want to be able to do, folks, is this one here. What I've done differently is there's 3 videos already built into into the special report. This way, it's not just about reading and learning. I know that educating folks, it's really visual. We're all visual out there. That's why, we want you to be able to tune in to Tiger TV. If you're listening in on the radio, maybe you're listening on your mobile device at tfn.mobi. That's a wonderful thing. Remember, this show always, as all of the shows do, they stream live to your mobile devices or your smartphones, I should say. Just simply go to the homepage at tfn.com. Over on the right-hand side, you'll see those three little smartphones. Just click on them, and you'll be able to get this show streaming live. You can always catch the archive of this show on Channel 9. Now, in the den, you get to see these charts in HD. In Tiger TV, it's just regular TV, just simply because of our ability to be able to push data out. However, inside the special report, the charts that you'll be looking at, they're in Super HD. They're in 3D out there, and I want to be able to show you how to read the message of the markets. In addition, if you go over to the homepage and to sign up for it, there's probably 3 or 4 more videos that I'll send your way. These are educational, instructive. These are the types of videos that you'll want to have around forever because they will help you to be able to read the message of the market. Doesn't matter whether you've been a trader for years or whether you're just now integrating yourself and you say, I want to take control of my life. I want to take control of my finances. I want to understand what these markets are doing. And what I'm also going to do in these other 3 or 4 videos that will be sent out, they'll cover other areas. I've got one already for currency. If you wanted to understand about currency pairs, if you do trade currency, then you absolutely want this. A great one that I'll probably be sending out here over the course of the next couple of days. We'll also go ahead and identify the Apple top. Could you have identified the Apple top by using these tools that I'm going to teach you how to use? The answer? Absolutely yes. Just like you could have avoided the crash in 87, 1929 as well. These are fabulous tools. So go to the homepage at tfnn.com and do yourself a favor. Accelerate your learning curve. Now let's go take a look. And what I want you to actually do is I want you to be a sponge when it comes to a new experience out there. Learn to absorb it, folks. Now let's go take a look at these markets after yesterday's action. Bearish candles all over the place. I mean, the bears came out in droves yesterday. So the bears are out of the woods. The bears are done hibernating out here. We had the New York Stock Exchange with a island reversal top, and it's beautiful because what happened yesterday, the beauty about yesterday is that now, we've been taking a look at patterns out there. We've been taking a look at these 1.272 butterfly patterns in the S&P and in the Dow. We've been taking a look at a 1.618 butterfly inside the New York Stock Exchange. Now that the bears are done hibernating, now that the bears are out, it makes the line in the sand as clear as bell. We now know we've got some super resistance up at the highs of Friday. And if those highs get taken out, if there's a close above those highs, prices will move higher. But at this stage, we know where the bears are defending their position. We also know where the bulls are defending theirs. We're going to start off with that spot. That is on the 30-minute ES Mini. Even yesterday, as I was fortunate enough to be able to do fill in for Tom for the 2 hours yesterday, yes, all these reversal signals, but when we took a look at that ES Mini, even as we pointed out during the 9 o'clock hour yesterday, you got to watch that price point of $14.9125. Why? Because that is where the bulls are totally entrenched. Their command center is just behind it. Now, they might be backing it up just a little bit here this morning, but the command center at $14.9125, that is the hammer candle on January 28th out at about 10:30 in the morning, 1491.25. That is the line that is drawn in the sand. That bullish line now was tested back at around 7:30 or so in the morning on January 29th. It was tested back at about 9 o'clock in the morning on January 31st. It was tested yesterday, coming right into the close. That area was defended. That is a strong area of support. Of course, we can see that each time down there, almost each time down there, the relative weakness indicator, that's what we're going to call it at the bottom, and relative strength up at the top. You had the relative weakness indicator where? In oversold territory. What happens when you get to oversold territory? Because it takes a lot of energy to get down there. That's right. You're either going to bounce, and that's what we've seen this morning here, or you're going to move sideways. In fact, there's some divergence, and that's why I was taking a look at the ES Mini last night, saying it looks like we're going to get a bounce out of here. Wouldn't be surprised to see the markets up as we come in this morning. That's what we're seeing. If we go take a look at those markets, let's go ahead and blow this up on the chart here. So let's go see what actually has taken place since the afternoon or since yesterday evening's shows. What we're going to do is use a set of tools out here. Let's take a look at the retracement levels. How about if we come off of the high? This would be the high of Friday. In the ES Mini, that would be 2 o'clock in the afternoon. That would be at the price point of $15.10.50. If you go from that high all the way down to the low that came in yesterday as we were coming in to the close at 4 o'clock, it got down to a level of $14.90.25 out there. How about that? $14.90.25. And that area was rejected by the hammer, by the bulls that were out there. The bulls camped. You were also in oversold territory. Now what we can see is the ES Mini has gotten up almost to the 0.618 level. 1502.75 would be the exact number, as the ES Mini coming into the 7 o'clock hour got up to a high of 1501.25, created one of those shooting star candles, followed up by a bearish engulfing candle. That was at the 8 o'clock hour. Now it looks like maybe that area is going to be tested. Looks like we also have a 1 to something, A to B equals CD. So let's go see what that 1 to something is. We're going to start with the low down here at 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon. That's at that 1490.25. That's your A point. Your B point was completed here at about, let's see, 2100. That would make it, 9 o'clock in the evening? So 9 o'clock in the evening as the ES Mini moved up to 1496. That would be your B point, your C point, all the way down here at 3 a.m. this morning. What we can see here, what the ES Mini has also done is done a 1 to 1.272, A to B equals CD up. What do we have completed here? We've got a Gartley pattern. So now let's go draw that in. Gartley pattern looks like this, and a Gartley pattern has an A to B equals CD coming in off, in this case here, this would be a Gartley cell, off of what? Off of the bottom. So there is, it says, this says 0.57. Yes, it could move just a tad higher up to that 0.618. The point is, if this level here fails, which is right around the 1503, where will price move to? Price will move up to the 0.786 retracement. Where's 0.786? Very simple. Just use that ruler again. That'll take you up into about the 1506 level. What we can see that took place as we came into that 7 o'clock hour is this. What happened here? If you wanted to read the message of the markets, if you want to understand where you should be buying, where you should be selling, if you traded the ES Mini out here, again, yesterday it was very simple. Don't let it close below, on a 30-minute chart, don't let it close below that hammer. If it closes below that hammer, that's telling you that, okay, now you've got the bulls that are retreating. And then we go back and we take a look at where would be the area where they would be retreating to. What happened this morning? Coming into the session here, we had that shooting star at 7:30. Where did the market get to? That's right. It got into the overbought territory. What does it have to do? It has to work its way off. Today will be an extremely telling day in these markets. So that's on the ES Mini. Now let's go take a look at the other 30-minute futures contracts out here. And it works this way, folks, on all time frames. I just simply use more of an intraday chart pattern for your time frame for you, just to make it easier. If we take a look at the Dow futures this morning, as we came into that 7:30 session, completed a 0.786 Gartley sell pattern. What happened right after that? First, you can see here, getting to where? Getting to the top of that relative strength indicator, then followed up by a bearish engulfing, followed up with a little bit more of a confirmation out there. Says we might be seeing a reversal here. Folks, go over to the homepage at tfnn.com. Do it now. Do it now. Get that special report out there. I will help you to read the message of the markets. Works this way on the intraday time frame. If you have any stock holdings, don't you want to understand whether you're up towards the top of that range or towards the bottom? Wouldn't you like to know if you're seeing bulls or bears out there? 877-927-6648. We'll be right back.
It's better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Wealth Management. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportions of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley believes a carefully selected portfolio can lower volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what an asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Wealth Management financial advisor can do for you. Call Angela O'Brien, First Vice President and Financial Planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Wealth Management, LLC. Member SIPC.
With the launch of TigerTV, TFNN has brought our programming to the next level. With TigerTV, you can gain access to each host's charts and computer screens as they host their daily stock program. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Ken Shreve, David White, Larry Pesavento, Victor Jones, or Daryl Martin, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on TigerTV for your viewing pleasure 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't checked out TigerTV, then visit TFNN.com and see what you're missing.
McEwen Mining is a high-growth, mid-tier producer in the Americas with a market capitalization of $1 billion. Experienced mining executive Rob McEwen, as chairman, CEO, and president, owns 25% of the outstanding shares of McEwen Mining and has put in place an ambitious business plan with the goal of qualifying for inclusion in the S&P 500 by 2015. With $70 million in cash and liquid assets as of the end of 2012 and completely debt-free, McEwen Mining is poised for growth. Production in 2013 is forecasted to grow at 24%, reaching 130,000 gold equivalent ounces, and over the next 3 years, McEwen Mining projects that their production will increase to 290,000 gold equivalent ounces, almost a threefold increase from last year's totals. If you'd like to find out more about McEwen Mining, click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the NYSE or TSX under the symbol MUX.
Are you looking for a precision edge in the market? Something that can stack the odds in your favor? Then look into Larry Pesavento's new trading newsletter, Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind. In each weekly issue, Larry explains what's going to happen in the markets based on the pattern he sees developing and gives you actionable trade ideas based on those patterns. Plus, you'll get his detailed analysis on a variety of markets and sectors, including stocks, treasury bonds, the gold market, oil, the dollar, the forex market, and more. And you'll get the Technical Corner segment, which is a short but powerful weekly training session on trading. You'll get access to all the patterns Larry is seeing in the markets, plus the Astro Harmonics and powerful Bradley stock market model that Larry utilizes for less than $5 a day. An extremely potent combination that will give you just the edge you've been looking for. Try Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind absolutely free for 2 weeks. Go to TFNN.com and click on the free trial link at the top of the page. That's an $85 value, yours free when you register right now. Get Larry's Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind and get the edge you've been looking for.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by BackTech Environmental. For more information, just click the BackTech banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
It's always better when we're together. Yeah, we'll look at them stars and we're together. Well, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
Welcome back, folks. Michael Dell, Silver Lake have agreed to terms $13.65 per share for stockholders. Dell going ahead and going private. Of course, not a bad deal here for Michael Dell. If you take a look at the equity here, made its high back in 2005 up at the $42 level. Closed out yesterday's trading at $13.27. $13.65 is the number out here. The lows that Dell put in were about $7.84 back in 2009. Really has been moving sideways. Came back and tested the lows of 2009 back here in November, so just a few months ago out there. So Dell going private out there. If we go take a look at what's going on around the world here, the handoff from the U.S. to the Asian marketplace, well, talk about a move down. You had the Hang Seng off 536 points. That was down 2 2/10%. The Nikkei off 2%, off 230 13 points. The Hang Seng, or the Shanghai, I should say, just kind of an inside day, up 5 points, so no big moves out there. The DAX will peek in on the DAX chart here in just a moment. In fact, let's go take a look at it right now. As we take a look at the DAX, it is up 26 points. The FTSE up 36. Of course, the DAX here being down 2 3/4% yesterday. Right now, all it's doing is forming a bullish harami candle. But all that is that's just hitting the pause button. That's hitting the pause button for a move lower. The DAX here taking back all of the gains, moving all the way back into the price point, coming all the way back to December 18th, 2012 out there, doing that in about 6 trading hours. The DAX wants lower price. The DAX with that wide-ranging candle says it is targeting the 7,300 level, nothing more than that 0.618 retracement. So that is just a normal move. Of course, it won't feel normal with it trading out right now at the 7660 level down to 73.42. That will be some pain. So just hitting a little pause button here today. What the DAX did as well, it closed the window, that open window created on January 2nd. In the DAX's case, it was the close of December 28th all the way up to the January 2nd level. That window has been closed, so no longer really an area of support, at least not in my book. Once the window closes, it means the window has been repaired. When it's repaired, you just simply don't need to look at it as a support area any longer. If we go take a look at the FTSE, let's go see what the FTSE is doing here this morning. The FTSE also having a tough day yesterday, a nice bearish candle. That's still in play. Even with today, of course, we can see the FTSE getting into the extreme overbought condition. RSI reading of about 84 going back to January 29th out there, as it made just a slightly higher high on February 1st out there, reading of 75. So if we take a look at the FTSE, you can do a number of things here. You can take a look at trends. If you want, you can come off of the November 19th low out there, and you could next touch point would be the December 31st area. So coming back and touching that trend, that would be logical. We could take a look at Fibonacci relationships. Let's take a look at the Fibonacci move off of the December 31st low all the way up to the high put in on January 30th. You can see coming back and touching that area being the trend line, just simply getting down to the 0.382 level at around 61 and change, maybe 61.70 or so. That's logical. More logical, though, is breaking that trend, breaking through that trend, and coming down into the 6,048 level. Now, if we take a look at two different, let's see if we've got some Fibonacci numbers coming together at the same area, because we'll come off of the November 19th low. And the November 19th, though, we'll go ahead and put this in black out there. And if you put this in black, you can see you get the 0.382 retracement. That's off the larger picture. That's off of November 19th, tying into the 0.618 level of the DAX, of the FTSE, coming off of the December 31st level. That is where the FTSE wants to head to. That is where you've got some really good support, at least from a Fibonacci standpoint. Again, that area somewhere around 6,049. We'll call it 6,050. If we go take a look at the currency market out here, you've got the King dollar up 17 ticks. Gold is up $6, trading out at 16.82. Silver up 28 cents out at 31.98. Light sweet crude up 65 cents out at 96.83. If we take a look at the euro, you take a look at the euro. Also on the euro, you can see the reason why I want you to go download my special report, Reading the Message of the Markets. It works for everything, and I'm going to send out a update featuring the euro. Probably go ahead and be the 30-minute chart, maybe the daily chart or another time frame. But what the euro was doing yesterday as it moved down, gets down into the oversold territory. Had the bulls really came out in full force at 3:30. Of course, that's really when the London markets get going in the morning out here. The bulls came out, moving from oversold to overbought, and now seeing a reversal. And what is that retracement off of the high down to the low here? Only a 0.382 retracement. Something to think about. 877-927-6648. We're going to see these markets pop, and we'll be right back.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Just recently, on December 28th, Market Insight subscribers were advised to go long the QQQ, the NASDAQ 100 ETF, on December 28th at $63.91, and only 2 trading days later, after a huge jump in the markets, Market Insight subscribers were advised to sell the QQQ at $66.64 for a $2.73 or 4.27% profit to start off 2013. At the same time, Tom O'Brien had advised his clients looking for a more leveraged trade that they could have initiated a position in the QLD, the ProShares Ultra QQQ ETF, and over the same 2 trading days, Market Insight subscribers were able to lock in a $4.48 profit or an 8.47% gain in just 1 trade. Get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during your free trial and pay nothing. Don't miss out on the next great trading opportunity in 2013. Act today. If you're an investor looking for a great weekly investment newsletter, then now is the perfect time to try out Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Every Tuesday, Ken breaks down multiple sectors in his weekly newsletter, Ultimate Growth Stocks, with a full in-depth report including specific trading recommendations within his model portfolio, charts, sector analysis, upcoming economic data, along with intra-week trading updates on newsletter positions whenever the market dictates. Right now, you can receive a full month, that's 30 days, to evaluate Ken's newsletter free of charge to see if it fits your trading plan. At less than $75 per month, Ken provides you with his expert trading advice that can pay for itself in no time. Take advantage of this great offer by signing up for a 30-day free trial to Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks today. Don't let this offer pass you by. Visit the front page of TFNN.com and sign up now. Daryl Martin coined the phrase diagnostic trading, and we're happy to announce that his diagnostic box spread analyzer has finally been released. The Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer helps you easily identify the best box spreads on Nadex in seconds, plus you receive access to the diagnostic deviation levels, as well as step-by-step training videos teaching you how to trade Nadex spreads so you can quickly master the mechanics of this simple yet powerful trading instrument. By pulling live data from the Nadex exchange, the Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer does all the math for you, calculating risk, reward potential, distance to break even for both outright spreads and spreads used to hedge the underlying market. Visit the front page of TFNN.com today to get your 2-week free trial to Daryl Martin's Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer and gain access to the valuable information it can provide when trading the Nadex box spreads.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
It's always better when we're together. Yeah, we'll look at them stars when we're together. Well, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
To the races. We got the Dow up 75 points, S&P's up 8, Composite up 8, small caps up 3, Microsoft up 2 ticks, Intel up 21 cents, Google up $3 and change, Cisco up 9, Apple up $3.58, trading out at $4.45. Jumping to the upside, you've got Virgin Media. They are in talks here with Liberty Media Company, I believe that, Liberty Global. That is up $6. That's up 15% this morning. Apple is the next in line, up $3.70. You got Google right behind them, up $3.67. Amazon up $3.30 right now. Estee Lauder, EL is the ticker symbol. They're up 3% this morning. Computer Science Group, CSG, up 6%, up $2.74. Cigna up $2.12. Triple D, 3D Systems Corp, up $2.28. That's up about 3.5%. Eaton Corp, ETN, up $1.75. To the downside, leading things to the downside, we'll start off taking a look at it. On the chart, you've got Baidu. Baidu is off $9.65, down 9%, has pretty decent volume for 5 minutes in trading. It's already done 2 million shares. So this 2 million shares right now, it's already trading well below the last breakout area, which was on January 9th. Where's that going to take Baidu to? Baidu is going to head down to the swing point low of December the 6th out there. That's in the 85.96 to 89.50 range. Volume down there is only 8 million shares. So this is having some big volume here, at least in the early portion of the session. This would set up, if we take a look at Baidu out here, you can see Baidu, today will move down into the oversold condition, but doing it with volume out here says, in my opinion, that it still wants to come down and tag the swing point of December the 6th out there. Now, that could be setting up a new A to B equals CD down here in Baidu. Let's go ahead and put Baidu on a longer-term chart out here. First, let's start with the monthly chart, and you can see you already had a nice signal out here. The bears showed up in Baidu back in August of 2011, and they followed through in September of 2011. If we take a look at on the monthly chart, the A to B equals CD down pattern. Let's see if that has completed. So the 1-to-1 completed here coming into the lows of December. So that swing point that is being that will be tagged out here. You can see already on the monthly chart that Baidu is already trading inside the month of December. The high there was 102.50. It's trading 96. So that says, okay, the daily is going to be tagged. Next stop for Baidu, if it breaks through that swing point with volume, would be right around the $71.60 mark out there. Of course, in Baidu, the problem is you don't really run into volume in Baidu until about November of 2007, out at a price point of $42.92 out there. That, quite frankly, would be the 1 to 1.618. That'll take a long time for that to happen, but first things first, and on the daily chart out here, what Baidu is going to do, it's going to move down into the swing point where December 6th, which is about the 85.96 to 89.50 level. You've got Yum Brands. Yum Brands not having a yummy morning out here. They are trading down about 6% right now. YUM is the ticker symbol there, gapping down. This also has decent volume in it this morning. This is the, looks like the second gap down here. This could eventually have a 3-gap play, but right now it's down below what would have been a swing point. This is now setting up, well, it's down below an area that should have been support. That is the July 12th candle. July 12th, 6105, 7.8 million shares. It has gapped down through it this morning in 8 minutes of trading with nearly 3.5 million shares already. So where does that send Yum Brands? Well, Yum Brands has a open gap out here. But let's put this on a weekly chart, monthly chart first, and see where this is headed. First, we'll just take a look at the retracement off of the low out here, which takes you back to October of 2011, up to the highs put in. Looks like the highs right around, well, we can use the high right out here. Looks like the high before it gapped down here on Yum Brands, that was your first opportunity to get out, was on November 29th, 2012. So the 618 level is really where it's headed to next, which is in about the $58.10 mark. But really, this wants to get down into the 0.786 retracement on the daily. That would take you down to about $53.50. Now let's go tracking some volume out here. Let's go see what the weekly chart has as we take a look at the weekly chart. Weekly chart has volume that's already blown through. So the next volume marker on this is really about and they've got two volume markers. We're going to use the one from August 12th, 2011. That price is between $47.54 to $52.31. That is where Yum Brands is headed to, trading out right now at $60.24. We go take a look at Edwards Life Sciences. That's number 3 to the downside. Then we'll start taking a look at equities moving to the upside. EW is the ticker symbol. They're off about 4% this morning, gapping down. Let's go see where Edwards Life Sciences seems to be traveling to. Let's take a look and see, was there something behind the numbers? Do they have numbers that were released? Let's see here. They did, they project, where is their income? They did earnings per share of 77 cents versus 53 cents, not too bad. So it must be a guidance issue. I don't see the revenues. Regardless, let's go take a look and see what the stock is doing. So Edwards Life Sciences had just a horrible trading session on October 9th. Big volume to the downside. That was with 8.6 million shares. As it tried to move up, it's really just kind of it's in nowhere's land. You can see never came back to the original breakdown area. That would have been the October 8th level. That would have been the price point of about 106.74. It's made it up to a high here on January 7th of about 94.98 out there. That seems to be the area of resistance. I don't see any other reasons on the left-hand side of the chart why that is the resistance area. It just is. So it's really kind of in a nowhere's land. It's been creating and building this little island out here ever since the gap down from October the 8th. This last broke out, its most recent breakout. Let me see what's this. I'm going to get rid of it. Well, there's a high volume bar out here, 88.19 million, $88.19 with 23 million shares. I know I could get that out. But let's go ahead and get rid of that high volume bar out there. It's just confusing the heck out of me. Okay, now let's take a look at it. Most recently, Edwards Life Sciences tried to a little bit of a mini breakout on December 4th. That's where it's trading into. That low is 87.57, high of 92.11. So far today, 263,000 shares, but this doesn't look real promising to me. Let's take a look at the relative strength, relative weakness on here. It's really in the middle of the boat here. So you got a big island in the middle of the boat, and moving down a little bit this morning here. It looks like Edwards Life Sciences wants to head back to its most recent, a breakout area. I won't say most recent, a breakout area of April 25th, 2012, right around the $76 mark out there. Let's go take a look at Virgin Media, even though they are in talks. Let's go see what it's trading into. VMED is the ticker symbol, gapping up 16% this morning. And let's go see what Virgin Media is moving into. Oh, it's all-time highs out here, I believe. Let's put this on a monthly chart out here. Most certainly is. So Virgin Media, let's see, it says they are in discussions here. Looks like, I don't know, this is to go private. It's jumped to global buyouts. Liberty Global to buy out Virgin Media. Okay, so that's what is going on inside this equity. Let's take a look at something we haven't looked at here. Let's take a look at Computer Science Group as well as Estee Lauder. So let's go see what those charts are doing here as we try to pull that up on the screen. So let's start with CSG. CSG is the ticker symbol. That is Computer Sciences Group. Let's refresh my screen and actually get some data out here to look at. Let's see here, CSC. Well, that would make it a little bit easier to actually look at the chart. So CSC is the ticker symbol. G, that looked like a C out there. Okay, this is moving up nicely this morning here. Let's go, let's just start from scratch on this equity here. So let's take a look at it. It's in the overbought condition coming into the area here. This thing has had a few breakdowns. It's coming into the breakdown here that started on the third, looks like the 3rd of May, 6.2 million shares to the downside. The top of the gap is going to be $43.28. It's trading out right now at $44.74. So it's going to tend with this morning that May 4th high. That is where this broke down at 44.52. Is that right? 46.25. I knew that didn't look right. 46.25. That is where she is going to be continuing with. That is on Computer Sciences Group out here. Let's go take a look at Estee Lauder, see what Estee Lauder is doing out here. Moving up nicely this morning, up about 4.5%. EL is the ticker symbol. Of course, it was moving up, and it seems to have sold off. So let's take a look at Estee Lauder. Estee Lauder has made a kind of a double topping pattern out here. The first top was out here on April 27, 2012. Makes a high of 65.60 with 1.6 million shares out there. Gets up again with 1.5 million shares October 16th, 2012, before it goes ahead and gives it up. Gets back up there on January 17th with 1.4 million shares. Today, trying to tackle that area, has good volume, 1.1. So if there's going to be a day for Estee Lauder, today is going to be a day. Otherwise, you can see that this is just continues to trade into a resistance area. Just draw this black line across the chart here on the top, and I would say that is pretty much your resistance area on Estee Lauder. Had a nice breakout here. Let's take a look at what the equity did. Had a nice breakout here going back to August 14, 2012. Does volume of 8.7 million shares to the upside. Broke out from the session on August 13th. That high was 55.78, 3 million shares. As Estee Lauder pulled back into it, pulled back with 1.7 million shares. That's a beautiful thing. So it comes back into a breakout area with 1.7 million shares. What you're really benchmarking is the volume of 8.7. But when you come back into a breakout area with even lighter volume than the candle that it broke out from, in this case here it was 3 million shares, that's setting up a nice buying opportunity, and that it was. And it made a couple of those little doji candles right here, which was on November 15th and November 16th out there before it also moved higher. That is on Estee Lauder. So we've got the Dow up 89 points right now, S&P up 9. Let's go peek in on the indexes. Let's go see what the, where's my index charts here? Let's go peek in on the New York Stock Exchange. Let's go see what's happening with our island reversal out there. A New York Stock Exchange really doing nothing here, so it's coming up towards the top of the yesterday's open. Yesterday's open, 89.10, has gotten up to 89.04.57. So we've got this island. Until that island is taken out, you should remain very cautious, or even a bearish tone to the marketplace. All bets are off if you get a close above 89.70.32. You get a close above that, and with all the bears out there, I will say the bears were shot in the woods, and these markets will absolutely move higher out there. Right now, though, it looks like the tide is changing, even with the little bounce that we're having. So you can say volatility back in the marketplace. We had the VIX up about 13, almost 14% yesterday. The VIX trading back about 3.8% right now, out at 14.11. Let's go peek in on the metals markets here. Let's go see what we've got going on in gold. You've got gold trading up about, trading down $1.20 out here. Gold cannot figure out what to do. Yesterday, an inside day. What do I mean by an inside day? Excellent question out here. That means the high and the low traded with inside the prior day. When you have an inside day, what does that mean? Excellent question. Means the trend is going to continue. Well, now, that's a tough one when you take a look at this gold chart, because I'm not really sure of what that trend is. Now, I can say the trend is, if you take a look at moving averages, you've got the 20-day and the 50-day. The 50-day moving average seems to be holding gold in check out here. Right now, that 15-day moving average, 1681.90. I say the trend, you've got a bullish candle out here that continues to just simply, is when price moves down into it, it just simply rejects it. That bullish candle is the hammer candle from January 4th out there. That is the low is 1626. The high there is 1664. So an inside day yesterday. Today moving up, moving back down. Gold just simply building cause to move in some direction out there. Looks to me like that direction is more likely to the low side. Go down and actually test the low of that hammer candle from January 4th out here. Let's go take a look at silver, Hi-Ho Silver. And yes, last week was a great week, being able to give away all that silver. So thank you to Great Panther Silver for participating with us in that silver giveaway. I hope you were a winner out there. I'm sure we'll be doing that program again. Gold today, a little doji right now, just trading basically flat, up 4 pennies out at 31.75. Silver as well. Silver made a move up to the point 618 retracement level, 32.42. 32.42, and then just simply has backed off, and then just simply has also traded sideways. Not a lot of not a lot of indications here with regard to silver and what it wants to do, at least not that I can see. Let's take a peek in here at light sweet crude. Light sweet crude yesterday having a nice bearish reversal as light sweet crude was making it up into the swing point high of September the 14th out there. That low, 97.99. 291,000 contracts on. The continuous contract got up there with 252 on January 30th. Then 211,000, not enough to bust it up. You can't bust it up. And now what we can see here is you got that blue line. That blue line, that's Basil's 9-period EMA. It's yours as well. It's mine as well. Because you're a TFNN Tiger and Tigress. Now, that 9-period EMA, maybe that's going to act as a overhead resistance level. 877-927-6648. Be right back.
It's always better when we're together.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investments, and whether you're bullish or bearish on U.S. Treasuries, the ETFs from Direction Shares are there to help you magnify your perspective. Bull ETFs for a rising market and bear ETFs for a falling market. Direction Shares gives you the tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Recently, Basil Chapman has had some outstanding trades in his newsletter, The Opening Call. Each morning by 9 a.m., Basil uploads his newsletter to the TFNN servers so that his subscribers can access his expert trading advice. Basil gives his take on the direction of key indices and updates any active trades that his subscribers are currently in. Just recently, Basil subscribers closed out a short position in Chipotle Mexican Grill, CMG, for more than an $86 profit per share, over a 20% gain in just one position. If you'd like to try out Basil Chapman's newsletter, The Opening Call, then visit the front page of TFNN.com and click Trading Newsletters. There you'll find Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, where you can request a free sample copy. Also, don't miss Basil's program, The Tiger Technicians Hour, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern, on TFNN.
Tom O'Brien's weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, has helped subscribers for over 10 years navigate the high-risk world of exploring and producing gold companies. And now's a great time to sign up for a free month-long trial to see the kind of insight that Tom delivers for his subscribers on a weekly basis. Every Monday, Tom O'Brien issues a quick update on the metal market, giving you his take on the HUI, XAU, GLD, dollar, bonds, and much more. Tom follows Monday's update with a full gold report, which is delivered to subscribers Tuesday afternoon with detailed coverage of 24 separate gold or metal stocks, as well as another 10 to 15 stocks that he lets you know are on his potential watch list. Get your month-long free trial to the Gold Report today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Don't spend another year navigating the metal markets on your own. Act early in 2013 and make the most of your gold and metal market investments.
Catch the Money Masters as they teach you the art of mastering money when it comes to trading and investing. Next on TFNN.
It's always better when we're together. Yeah, we'll look at them stars and we're together. Well, it's always better when we're together. Yeah, it's always better when we're together.
It absolutely is, folks. Welcome back. We've got the Dow up 106, S&P's up 11. Let's go take a peek in on Apple and see what Apple is doing today here. AAPL is the ticker symbol. It's trading up about $2.53. Apple cannot get going here. Yesterday, moving down volume-wise. No great shakes here, but still trading inside this swing point from January 25th out here. That low is 435 even Steven. That low is going to be tested. You've got volume there of 43 million shares, really trading inside that swing point here. Yesterday, as it was moving down, only 17 million shares out here. So Apple just simply building a cause, having worked off that oversold condition, or continuing to work off that oversold condition. You can see here Apple just simply not moving. Question, is this going to form an island bottom reversal out here? So far, it's going to have to go down and first test the low of January 25th out here, $435. If we take a peek at Google, let's go see what Google is doing, GOOG. Google is up, that's the leader in the clubhouse, up $8 and change, but not really doing a whole lot here. Trading inside the candle here from Friday. Google moved up on Friday with 3.7 million shares, moved back yesterday with 3 million shares, just also having an inside day, right? You have inside days. Earlier we were talking about inside days when we took a look at gold. What does an inside day tell you? An inside day says the trend could continue. The problem here with Google really is the mere fact if you got these downdrafts out here that you have to be aware of. That is the downdrafts from October 18th as well as October 19th. Google did have the volume when it was taken out at swing point high in October 5th, which had 2.7 million shares. Friday's session on the move up there, 3.7 million shares. The 1 to 1.272 is the A to B equals CD that Google completed. If Google does move higher, its next level, about 800. We'll call it $800. Let's see what the 1.272 expansion would set up for us. That would set up about 812. So what Google has is a 1.272 Gartley sell pattern right around the $812 mark out there. Let's see, what else do we have moving? MasterCard. Let's go peek in on MasterCard because MasterCard has been struggling lately. Let's see if there's anything behind this move. MA is the ticker symbol. And I know it's right here on my charts. It's just somewhere right in front of me that I don't see it. So here it is, right at the upper right-hand corner. So if we take a look at MasterCard, MasterCard has been one of the stronger stocks out here. The very first time MasterCard will reveal itself to us is going to be if it comes back and tests that January 2nd gap up level. That low is 501, 1.2 million shares there. Of course, what MasterCard did here a couple trading sessions ago, 2 million shares, went up and tested the high, rejected that area, came down, and in essence was pushing lows with 2 million shares. Then yesterday, pushing into that low with only 600,000 shares. So right now, that is the area of support here on MasterCard. It's this little black line going across the screen out here. MasterCard, though, will really reveal itself as it comes back and tests that December 31st, January 2nd gap out there. Dow up 116. The S&P's up 12. And over in Europe, you've got the DAX really not doing much, up 32 points. FTSE up 46. The King dollar up 22 cents. We'll take a look at the King during the Money Masters show. And folks, if you're off to start your day, have a fabulous, terrific Tuesday. Do yourself a favor. Go over to the homepage of TFNN.com. Sign up for my free special report out there to help you read the message of the markets. And always remember this, folks, and that's you've got an amazing power within yourself. And that power is so strong, it will create a life of abundance, cure incurable diseases, build billion-dollar businesses, paint magnificent masterpieces, but most of all, create fantastic, loving families. Thanks so much for being a part of the TFNN family. Have a great morning, folks. Look forward to seeing you soon. Take care.
Let me tell you something, folks. I had people coming up to me saying, I just can't believe the amount of work that Steve does on his newsletter. And I says, I absolutely agree.
that is a recent clip from the Money Masters show that Tom and I do each day at TFNN. My newsletter service, Mastering Probability, is much, much more than a newsletter. Yes, it's outperformed the S&P 500 by 100% during the last 15 months. But more importantly, it's an extraordinary education, a roadmap for your success. And it's yours risk-free for the next 30 days. Just go to the homepage of TFNN.com and click on my name, Steve Rhodes, and then Mastering Probability, because everyone needs a success strategy. For most, it's a competitive edge, the will to win, the drive to overcome any obstacle. Whatever you call it, winners find a way. Find your way to Mastering Probability today, because your journey to extraordinary rewards is just one click away.